The heavens above us are divided into two factions. There is Western Paradise, led by the Buddha, and Eastern Paradise, led by the Jade Emperor. The West use the mudra, and the East cast spells using the 5 elements. Everything was glorious and perfect. However, something happened in Eastern Paradise that shook it to its very core.
Sun Wukong, a monkey born on a mountaintop, received a proposal from the East that he felt threatened his freedom and pride. He changed his name to Dashong and set about forming an army.
Eastern Paradise recruited many warriors in the hope of defeating Dashong and his army. At the end of 2 great battles, his army was defeated and Dashong was captured. Eastern Paradise sentenced him mercilessly, his punishment to be burnt to ash.
But Dashong did not give up so easily. In the fires of the Crucible, he headed southeast where the winds would shelter him. He hid from the flames, awaiting his chance for retaliation. 49 days had passed. When a guard came to check the furnace, he opened the lid, and Dashong leapt out. While sweltering in the flames, Dashong had acquired new powers, and with these powers he swore to exact his revenge.
When word of Dashong's escape reached as far as the heavens, Eastern Paradise once again gathered their army and went to face Dashong. It was time for the final confrontation. The great battle of the heavens had begun.
Dashong stood at the top of a mountain, staring out across the dense clouds, his eyes fixed on the Palace of Spirits, way above him in the sky.
The army of the Eastern Paradise were deployed to guard the 18 magical treasures. These treasures were there to fulfill a sacred purpose, to hold the net of the heavens open. They were also there to protect the skies.
Dashong had nowhere to run, and no one he could call on for support. But he remained unfazed. He would just have to defeat every last one of his enemies, single-handedly.
Unbeknownst to Dashong, Juling Shen was looking down on him. Armed with his 2 axes, the giant launched himself from an island, and, with a shout as loud as a thunderclap, went flying into the sky and somersaulted his way towards Dashong.
Dashong managed to block him with the staff he held in his one hand, and with his other hand, he landed a counter-strike.
Juling Shen was sent flying back through the air, and was so surprised that he dropped one of his axes.
Unaware of the giant's slip-up, Dashong leapt down from his mountain. Then leapt upwards, his eyes fixed on the heavens.
Just then, "Get ready!" And with that, a figure charged at Dashong from the front.
Dashong was stopped in his tracks. The figure in front of him was someone he knew.
"I am Naja!" And there he was, Prince Naja, the 3rd child of General Li. Although much more controlled in his older years, Naja was once the ultimate wild child. So fearful was he of Naja's power, General Li tried to get rid of his own son. Naja was furious, so he took the matter into his own hands. And so he abandoned his family. Once in Western Paradise, Prince Naja called upon Buddha to grant him a new life. His wish granted, Naja put wheels of fire on his feet and leapt through the sky. With many conquests to his name, including the slaying of 96 cave demons, eventually he came to hold an important position in the heavens alongside his brothers.
Dashong was not impressed by Naja's surprise appearance. This kid again.
Naja was beside himself. Don't call me a kid! You're nothing but an outlaw! You'll pay for my humiliation at Mount Huaguo! Naja twirled his fiery staff and planted his feet. This was the third time that the two of them had faced each other. In order to defeat Dashong, who had wronged the heavens, Naja had infiltrated Mount Huaguo many times, but each time was defeated by the monkey.
Dashong wasn't in the mood. What the hell are you saying? He scratched his head. He was genuinely puzzled.
What? Are you telling me you've forgotten?
Was that just a game that you and I played?
Don't play dumb!
Who's playing dumb?
I have fought and defeated many dragons!
Oh yeah? I bet you're handsomely rewarded for doing that. Dashong spread his arms to show off his gold armor and staff to Naja. This is all I've got.
Dashong's arrogance drove Naja into a fury. He pointed the tip of his spear at his nemesis. Monkey brains! I'll defeat you now and have my revenge!
Is it good or bad things that happen in threes? Dashong shook his head and readied his staff.
You shall fight me, Naja!
That kid.
The blow that Dashong inflicted sent Naja flying. Down and down he went.
See ya. As Naja fell, he could see Dashong return to his journey. As Dashong approached the heavens, he came across countless floating islands, and also many soldiers.
They drew their bows, aimed their arrows, then released them all at once and watched them rain down on Dashong.
Dashong reacted nimbly. He raced towards the falling arrows. He extended his staff, and with one almighty swing,
blew away not only all of the soldiers, but also their massive volley of arrows.
once again, Dashong continued upward. Suddenly, the ground shook below him, and a giant wall sprang up before Dashong.
You shall go no further!
The wall was actually Juling Shen, who'd come out of nowhere. With his huge body, the Leviathan prevented Dashong from going on. Juling Shen was the very best of General Li's deputies. He was also the god of the Yellow River, the cradle of a great civilization. The mighty axes that he wielded were his pride and joy. With a single blow from one of them, Juling Shen could split a mountain right down the middle. It is said that he used these weapons to cleave the mountains so that a river could run a straighter course.
Dashong relaxed his stance and uttered one simple word. Move.
Juling Shen stood firm, his arms crossed.
I shall neither retreat, nor shall I allow you to pass. The gardens of the heavens lie beyond. A criminal like you would sully them with your very presence.
In response to the giant's booming voice, Dashong thrust his little fingers into his ears. Then he turned away and simply wiggled his fingers.
You made me drop one of my axes, and that's no good.
Okay.
However, it only takes a single axe.
Great.
I shall crush you with my almighty power!
Excellent.
It is I that shall strike you down!
For sure. Dashong took his fingers out of his ears and sighed deeply. Right, are you done?
Juling Shen, furious, came back at Dashong with a bellowing roar.
Dashong stretched before staring up at Juling Shen. I guess we should fight then.
I shall end you here!
Can't catch me! Too slow!
Stays, do you like my axe?
Damn!
Now,
Let's go!
you
Hey!
Dashong relaxed his stance and uttered one simple word. Move.
Juling Shen stood firm, his arms crossed.
I shall neither retreat, nor shall I allow you to pass. The gardens of the heavens lie beyond. A criminal like you would sully them with your very presence.
In response to the giant's booming voice, Dashong thrust his little fingers into his ears. Then he turned away and simply wiggled his fingers.
You made me drop one of my axes, and that's no good.
Okay.
However,
I shall end you here!
Can't catch me! Let's go!
You shall go no further!
Too slow! Let's go! See! Hey! See! Hey! Let's go! Bingo! Too slow.
Some little cretin.
Now. See. Bingo. Hey, let's go. Gotcha. Let's go. Then how shall you see?
Is that really all you can do?
On yet. Bingo.
Not bad.
Damn.
I shall defeat you!
Can't catch me! Let's go! Hey! Bingo! See! Hey! Let's back! Too slow!
Some little cretin.
Let's go! Hey! Too slow! Damn!
Whatever it takes, I shall stop you!
Bingo!
Let it rain rock!
Let's go! See! Too slow!
Is that really all you can do?
Let's go!
I'll leave you here!
See! Hey! Bingo! Gotcha! Let's go! Let's go! Bingo!
I shall crush you!
Then how shall you see?
Not bad.
On yet!
One
One heaving blow sent Juling Shen tumbling.
You shall go no further!
Despite his defeat, the giant still roared.
Dashong took a last look down at him. See ya! And with that, he continued, onwards and upwards. As Dashong ascended higher and higher, the sky took on a more golden hue. The border with the heavens was getting closer. Realizing he was nearing his destination, he gripped his staff a little harder. Suddenly, a figure appeared before him. Well, if it's not the guest of honor. Dashong broke into a broad smile.
It was Juling Shen. He was the nephew of the Jade Emperor, the ruler of the Eastern Paradise, no less. The renowned warrior was half human and half god. He excelled at both martial arts and magic, was uniquely skilled with his beloved sword, and a wizard at performing the 72 transformations. He defeated the great beasts, including a dragon. Guan Yin himself recognized his powers and recommended that he be used in the fight to repel the imposter Dashong. Ultimately, it was Juling Shen himself who captured the mighty Dashong.
He came to a halt and stared at Juling Shen with his glowing